What's is this to your son?
Yeah.
You would be so proud of your dad right now.
Yeah.
You'd be so proud of your father right now. He just went on stage, and I've been doing this gig for a long time. I'm doing comedy, and your dad just went on stage and really made me laugh. Really, you make me laugh a lot, and he's doing real well. He's a very funny man. You'd have been so proud of him. You've been so proud of your dad.
The next comedian is a person that is very dear to me. Because he started doing comedy a few years ago, and it's one of these things that, like, you always have this dream, and it's never too late to start your dream. You will see why. He's almost dead. He's 200 years old or something. He's one of the most interesting person I know. He actually used to be part of the Danish royal family. He's a fucking G. I love this man. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Michael!
Hello. Well, I'm too old for stand-up. Well, I'm Mike from Denmark, and this is not my set. This is my direction for getting back off stage. Well, you might not know a lot about Denmark. You might know I'm a Barbie girl, that's Danish, and Michael learns to rock. But much more important is that Denmark had a huge influence on global sex life, because we were the first to legalize porn. Give it up for porn! Hey. In 1968, we actually legalized it. Well, you can see I'm a little old, and I start thinking about death, you know, and I'm worried about eternity, because I think it's going to be very long, especially near the end, you know. So the other day, me and two buddies, we were talking about how we would prefer to die. So one of my friends, he said, well, I want to climb Mount Everest, put the flag on the summit, and then just slide off the cliff. The other guy, he said, well, I'm a big joker. I love to laugh at my own jokes, so I just want to tell my best joke and die from laughter. But then they said, what about you, Mike? I said, well, I picture I'm nude in a bed next to a gorgeous woman. We just finished the act. And then I prefer to die with a gunshot in my head from a very jealous husband. Well, my memory doesn't really work that great because I'm 73. So the other day I signed up for a memory course, night school. It was called no, it wasn't called that because I forgot already. No, it was called Learn to Remember. Okay, Tuesday 7 p.m. I went down to the night school, 6:45, I walk in, and then I asked somebody working there, excuse me, where's the classroom for Learn to Remember? And he said, oh, that was yesterday. Today's Wednesday. But while I was there, I saw they advertised on a poster another course. It was called Get to Know Your Vagina. I mean, that's liberal Denmark right there. And what the course actually does, it offers you a 3D print sculpture of your vagina. And I mean, who wouldn't want to place that in an important place in your living room for everybody to admire, right? came to Bali, and the reason is that Denmark is a little too close for comfort to Ukraine, and the Russian occupied Ukraine. And in Denmark, we had our own experience with occupation. I mean, during the Second World War, the Germans came and occupied us, and they wanted all our Jews. And it wasn't orange juice, you know. And being out of Jewish heritage, my daddy told me at a very early age, he said, if somebody ever asks you, are you Jewish? You should always answer like this. Well, not necessarily. Who's asking? Hey! The other day, my kids, I have 6 kids, they called me and they looked, they sounded like serious, you know, and they say, oh, let's have a meeting. So they come, and my oldest one takes the word and he said, Dad, we really want to know, do you want to be buried or cremated? I thought about it a second and I say, why don't you just go ahead and surprise me? Well, actually, I planned my own death long time ago because I made sure to get 6 kids. So in that way, I will have 1 kid for each handle on the coffin when they carry me out. And the upside with that is then I don't have to invite any of my 3 ex-wives. Because I really don't want them to let me down again. Well, I also had that discussion with my mom about should my dad be cremated or buried. And me and my mom discussed back and forwards, and we couldn't agree. So we ended up letting him live. Well, when I just came to Bali, I was just divorced, and I meet this taxi driver, and he said, did you ever sleep with an Indonesian woman? And I said, no. He said, you should, you really should. I'll drive you to a brothel. And I said, no, I am not into prostitutes. Then he told me some details I won't reveal. Okay, I got convinced maybe it was a good idea. So we drive from Ubud, and we drive, and we drive, and we drive, and then suddenly I see a KFC. And I'm thinking, oh my God, they don't have KFC in Ubud. Well, anyway, it happens that the brothel was right behind the KFC. So the cab driver let me off. I walk in, there's a big window. All the girls are sitting there waving happily, you know, hey, take me, you know. And I get like a panic attack, and I literally chickened out. So I come up to the cab, and the cab driver says, hey, what happened, Mike? Did you change your mind? And I said to myself, the only chick I'm gonna have tonight is gonna be from Kentucky. Okay, last joke. I learned Indonesian women, and I found out that in Bahasa, they don't have a phrase saying, I'm terribly sorry, that was all my fault. I mean, it doesn't exist, but they have plenty of phrases saying, it's not my fault at all, what are you talking about?
Yay!
Okay, last week I went to Dubai. I had a gig at a doctor's convention, and at that convention they showed a survey that concluded that 9 out of 10 Dubai doctors who tried camel actually ended up going back to women. Well, that was my time. still follow me. If you want, then just know how I look from the back.
Yay!
Give it up.
Sorry, give a minute. I will would like to give you something. Mini Oscar for Chris. Please give applause. The best husband for his wife. Woo! Thank you from me.
That is crazy. Okay, thank you very much. You guys are amazing. Have a good night. Music.
Also, they have a funny way of using the word always. I mean, they throw it into sentences like confetti. You know, I asked this girlfriend, so I said, just, how is your secretary? And then she says, oh, she's already dead. I was like, what? You skipped the whole part of dying and went right to the funeral?